G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Bo and this is Jim, my Overland Prius. If you haven't seen Jim's exterior tour, have a look at the link in the description below. Been meaning to do an interior tour of Jim for quite some time now, but it's been a mess and I wanted to get a few other things finished before I did it. However, since I've been living in Jim and driving around Australia for the last couple of months, I decided that now would be a great time to do a tour, despite the filthy interior. Starting with where I spend most of my time while driving around the country in a Prius, the driver's seat. There's a few modifications I've made to make my life easier on the road. Starting with the dashboard, I've installed a new Alpine radio in a single DIN fascia kit. Also installed a volt gauge into the pocket area underneath the radio. Underneath that you'll find some napkins, some cutlery and disposable cutlery and whatnot. Spare UHF radio, handheld radio. I've also installed a 12 volt socket into the other side, which houses my Bluetooth transmitter and my phone charger. These charge this phone, which I use for hybrid assistant app, which tells me everything to do with the running of the vehicle, and the phone that I'm recording this on, which usually sits here on this little L bracket that I screwed on, which has Google Maps and Spotify and all that kind of stuff. Also have these switches over here which control the lights, which you can see in my exterior tour video. Down below the dash I've just screwed in a couple of hooks underneath, which holds my coffee cups, my drink bottle, some sunscreen, a couple of bags and a rubbish bag. You can also see my OBD2 adapter there. It is from a brand called OBD Link. A couple of other modifications I've made to the driving area is this ThinkWare F770 dashcam, which records at all times while I'm driving and while I'm parked, and this cheap wide angle mirror, which allows me to see both out the back window and out the side window while I'm driving. So it saves me bending my head around to look out the side, changing lanes and stuff like that. You'll notice I've replaced the center console with this piece of wood. I'll show you more about that later. In the passenger seat while I'm in driving mode, I have my esky, so I have cold drinks and snacks and whatnot in there. Mostly rubbish down on the passenger floor there, empty bottles and stuff like that. In my cup holder here I have my coffee cup and my main UHF radio, which I use to contact truck drivers and whatnot while I'm on the road, on the highway. Also have my camera sitting here just in case I find a cool opportunity while on the road to pull over and take a photo. Finishing off the front area, I have my hat just sitting on the dash usually, a couple of other random bits and pieces that I need to clean off the dash because I always leave stuff there and it gets really cluttered. I also have some deodorant in here, and that's about it for the driving area. If I'm pulling over for the night at a rest stop, I usually don't want to unpack the entire car and I don't want to leave all my stuff outside like I do when I'm camping for a few days. So I just take some of the luggage from the rear of my car and put it in the front seats, which gives me enough room to sleep in the back. Here you can see my suitcase and some boxes of stuff in the front seats, and just enough space for me to stretch out and sleep comfortably in the back. I have a foam mattress and some pillows and a blanket, and with the front passenger seat pushed all the way forward, I have plenty of room to stretch out. You may have also noticed these window covers, which are made from old corflute signs. Election signs work well, but I decided that having a politician staring at me while I sleep wasn't ideal, so I changed them for these other signs that I got from work. They just slip into the window and sit on the mattress when I'm not using them. If I'm cooking on the road, I usually just use my little gas stove sitting on the lid of my esky, and my driver's door can be a windshield to stop the flame blowing out. I can sit in my driver's seat while I'm waiting for noodles or something else to cook. Today I'm going to be having some noodles with some broccoli. I also, when I'm on the road, I like to stop at roadhouses and buy food from them, from the local communities that I pass through. Saves me cooking stuff while I'm travelling. Save the rest of the cooking gear for if I'm set up a proper campsite rather than just parked on the side of the road like I am now. We can also use this pot to boil water for coffee, and I have a small frying pan which I can use to make eggs or sausages or something like that, in conjunction with my little gas cooker. I got this particular pot because it's the perfect size for my favourite noodles. And who doesn't love things that fit perfectly inside each other? Basically everything I need for dinner is within easy reach of the driver's seat, except for the water which is on the back platform of the car. So I just need to go out and fill up the water from the back, and then I can reach the stove, all my cutlery and my esky with my food from right here. The lid of my esky also serves as a great placemat for eating from. And it sits just here on my passenger seat when I'm not using it. My cutlery here, which I get from various restaurants and stuff while I'm travelling. If I get takeaway food, they usually give you these plastic cutlery, which I don't like using, but they give it to you all the time anyway, so I like to keep it for times like this when I'm eating on the road. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Prius overlanding content.